I'm sure when you write your goals for the year, or how do you do it? Do you write it? Do you categorize it? How do you start strong, and what keeps you strong? How often do you revisit, relook? Share your secrets with us.
So it's a journey. I'm still learning what's the right recipe for this. But one disclaimer: I'm not exactly a New Year resolution person. I think
Okay.
I'm not a big moment guy in that sense at all. But I think it's important for all of us to at various stages of years or careers, etc., take a pause, reflect on what has gone right, but more importantly, what has gone wrong, and going forward, what you want to do, how do you want to achieve, etc. So this is something that I do every January, 1st January. I take 3 A4 sheet of papers, blank papers with nothing. The first thing is, what are the 5, 7, 10 things I want to achieve in 2022, for example, this year? This is mostly professional capacity, but some of this can be actually translated to personal, but let's think from a professional perspective. What are the 5, 7, 10 things I really want to achieve on a professional basis this year, which I should definitely do it. The second A4 sheet contains what are the moonshot aspirations that I have. And what are the things that if really gets done, I'm going to be like over happy, extremely happy about it, etc. And the third thing is that if I'm sitting in December 2022 in this example, how do I measure 2022 was a good year, bad year? What are those KPIs that I should be looking at? And what are the values around that? So this 3 A4 sheet of papers personally helped me a lot to get a perspective on at least thinking through, taking a pause, because generally our lives has so much of day-to-day stuff. It's important to sometimes take a pause, and maybe this is one way to do it. Now, this is something that has worked for me. I think all of us can figure out our own on those breaks, mechanisms, etc. And I do one more thing over and above this. The first sheet A4, I actually socialize with everybody in my team. This is my priority. This is what I want to achieve, etc. It creates two things. One, it just creates a lot of pressure on me over the year for the year that we get it done. But also people around you have a sense on what you're trying to do, etc. They'll relate it better, and there's a little more accountability towards it. So that's on the professional side. On the personal side, I mean, you tend to break it into 4 parts, and I'll hand it back to you, and if there's any specific questions, can take it. You need to have specific targets on health, on wealth, on content as is the knowledge and investments and you becoming better, and content, which means happiness and gratitude, etc. And I think all of these are important. All of us understand that these are something which are very critical. What is very important are 2 things. Whatever you do should be measurable, and you're taking baby steps towards it. So I try to objectify everything I have, and I try to put exactly steps on what exactly for health, which means I am going to do 5 push-ups every day, 365 days a day, etc. But I think we need to identify the 4 vectors, which can be these, can be something else. Identify our journey and identify what are the steps you're doing and how are you measuring progress. And I think as long as we're being honest and transparent around it, I think you will only improve. And these are improvements which are going to be permanent to you. This is not a one-time thing for 2022. Everything that you improve right now helps you for your 2023, 2025. So this is very potent compounding benefits that we can get as long as we are improving on 1% a week, 1% a day, etc.